Okay guys, here's the next one. This one's going to Arroyo Grande, California. Just checking it for damages, looking it over really good, make sure that's dirt, making sure everything's good. Go around, make sure that I get the keys and all that stuff, kick the tires, and torque the lug nuts. Get her all good and ready to go. I'm gonna head toward California. No generator, that's good. Make it a little lighter. Okay guys, got this one hooked up. It's going to Arroyo Grande in California. I done walked around and checked it out for damages and got my battery in, got everything ready to go. This thing looks pretty big, but it's actually kind of short. It's at 36 feet, but anyhow, good looking unit. Alright, let's go get checked out and get out of here. Well, all hooked up, ready to go. About to go to the guard shack, check out. There is one thing I wanted to touch on before I go any further though. Man, when I started making these videos back about a year ago, it was a hobby. I figured I'd make a couple just to see how it went. I had a buddy that was making some on homesteading, Overlook Valley Homestead, and I told him that I was going to try to make a couple just, if I did any kind of mechanic work or stuff like that. And then I realized that, I watched these videos on RV Transport so I could know if I wanted to do it when I was running an 18-wheeler. And different things led me to this. But once I got into it, I thought, I can do that. I may not be, my information, it doesn't matter if 500 people are doing the same thing. I may hit something different, touch on something different than someone else does, and I'm sure I watch the other guys' videos and I don't cover half what they cover. I mean, they have really good channels, and I'm just over here hobbying, and that's what it started off as. But the more you guys comment and ask questions and interact with it, it really makes me feel good that I'm actually providing something that someone's enjoying. There was 1,480 watch hours on my channel in the last 28 days. That, to me, that is mind blowing. I don't even want to hear me talk that much, But yeah, I just wanted to say a big thanks to everybody who subscribed. 86, I think it said 86% of the viewers are not subscribed. So if you're watching, you want to help us out, click that button. Go ahead and get subscribed, hit the like button, and like I said, I have no idea where this is going. I may stop making videos tomorrow. Who knows? I don't plan on it. I enjoy doing it. and I've invested some money in microphones and different things trying to clean up the audio for you guys. Do not be afraid to ask any questions you might have. I may not know the answers. I don't know it all, especially when it comes to RV transport. But I guarantee if you ask the question, I can either ask someone or someone else will probably chime in and have a good answer for that question. So don't ever be scared to ask questions. And even if you think it's not that big of a, it's kind of, even if you think it's a silly question, still ask questions. That's one reason I started making these videos. Is I like to help people. I'm usually the first one that will, if I see somebody with their hood up, I'm gonna be the first one over. Hey, everything good? And whenever I was younger, my nephews, my friends' kids, we did a lot of mechanic work on cars. I have never been to school for none of it. I just had a knack for figuring out things as I went, and I have a lot of experience in screwing up. I can do that very well. So I know my mistakes, and if I'm doing something the way that I figured out that worked good for me, maybe that might help out some of you guys. That was another reason I started this channel. One of the main reasons I started this channel, started making these videos, is I'm getting older, and I thought it would be a good way for later on down the line, my nieces and nephews may be able to look back on these videos as a way to get to know me. That was another reason that was one of the main things that was in my head at the time when I decided I wanted to start making these videos. And I never really figured that it would take off as far as like I didn't figure there would be so many people wanting to see the RV transport side of it. And I thought, well, shoot, I can do that. If that makes people happy, I can give them all the information I've got, Anyway, I'm gonna pull around here and get checked out, and I'm gonna try to make it to Effingham tonight. And from there, I'm gonna try to make it to Sayre, Oklahoma tomorrow night. That's kind of the plan. And when I do get to California, when I drop this unit off, I've never really seen the beach from the West Coast. I'm gonna see if I can find a place to stay. I may just stay the weekend out there. I'm not sure yet. Don't hold me to that, but I'm gonna try to get y'all some scenery from the West Coast. Alright, I'm gonna cut this thing off, get checked out, and get on down the road. Well, had a pretty smooth trip so far. I am in Sayre, Oklahoma, and got out, got some breakfast, getting ready to go, and thought I would show you guys around this unit. It really didn't get a good look at it when I was hooking up, or after I hooked up actually. So, Momentum G-Class. I tell you, it pulls really good. A lot better than I thought it would, but it doesn't have a generator in the front. It's got the spot for the generator, but doesn't actually have the generator. And as usual, I'm looking for anything with the windows or the wheels, checking my lug nuts just to make sure. I already torqued them, but you can't ever check it too much. Checking my tires, make sure they still look good. Just kind of checking everything over before I take off. The big ones are nice, but they're super heavy. This one right here pulls really good to be a toy hauler. I don't see me ever wanting to buy a camper, but if I did, this would probably be so far out of my price range I couldn't touch it, but it would be something like what I'd want. But yeah, get stuff put up and get on back on the road. It's gonna be a long day today. I usually stop in Amarillo and get fuel, and I noticed that the fuel prices across New Mexico were about as cheap as they normally are in Amarillo. So I just went ahead and came on across Santa Rosa and stopped there at the TA and got fuel, and came on through Albuquerque, and now just riding along through here. I have no idea where I'm gonna make it to tonight. I don't know where I'm gonna run out of hours at, so I'm yeah, still seem to have like I'm gonna have plenty of time to get where I'm going though. I think I have till 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and I'm actually gonna gain another hour on the way across, so shouldn't be that big a deal. The roads through here are super bumpy. That's another reason I like to, when I go, I try to go, you know, hustle as hard as I can. So I don't need to go anymore, because you never know when there's going to be an accident through stuff like this right here, or you know, anything that could hold up traffic. But it is some neat scenery through here, and I wanted to get some of that for you guys. Yeah, so even if I only make it to the Arizona state line or just inside of Arizona, I'll still have plenty of time to make it out there by tomorrow at 4 o'clock. I'm really hoping to be there by lunchtime, but I'm not sure. This guy right here pulling a generator, I wonder if he notices the door is open on that generator on his trailer. That, I don't know if it can get into anything or not, but I sure wouldn't want it open myself. I think that's why he's going so slow. He probably realizes it's open. See if y'all can see that. Yeah, that's not good. I think we beat off of hinges by the time he gets where he's going. There is a big Route 66 casino that I have been wanting to go into ever since I started riding out through here, and I just realized they had it open back up to the public. But when I stopped in to use the restroom a little bit ago, and they still hardcore on the masks and all that stuff. I just don't think that I would want to go to the casino right now. I figure give them a little bit longer and see if things don't loosen up a little bit. But yeah, like I say, I mainly just wanted to get you guys some scenery coming through western New Mexico here. And the road is really rough, so I imagine the footage is kind of shaky, but it kind of is what it is. So coming out of New Mexico and Arizona here, there's some pretty cool scenery right here as well. I like seeing just all of it. But one thing that I didn't ever even notice until someone pointed it out, and I won't be able to zoom in because I'm driving. Maybe you guys can see it or zoom in on it. I'm not sure. Looking for it. Somewhere down through here, there's some right up there on the right past the TP. Up there on the right, there are some animals that are up on the cliff, the edge of the cliff there, and we've been talking about, we're wondering how in the world did they get those up there. And if there was any way I could stop, I would get some better video of it, but that, I never noticed it all the times I've been through here. And then one day somebody asked me, how'd they get them animals up there? And it just kind of blew my mind. I didn't even know what they were talking about. But yeah, finally made it into making it into Arizona. So I don't think I'll be going much further than that. Just it still looks like I'm in pretty good shape for delivery tomorrow. I may try to get a little bit further, but I don't think it'll be much further. So coming across 166 here, it is some beautiful country. 166 in California, headed out to Arroyo Grande, and it's just breathtaking. I got some good footage on the Dashcam. I hope it came out. I hope I can find it, because it's been getting, I don't know if it's just been sitting up here getting too hot or what, but it gets kind of hard sometimes to find the footage that I'm looking for, so I hope I didn't lose it. But I had a scare a while ago. I was coming across, and usually I get, I don't know, 2,400 miles on a tank of death, and at 1,600 miles my light come on, and a few miles after that it popped up and said that it was going to reduce my engine speed soon. Man, I thought I was in a serious mess. And then it come around the corner and around the curve, and there was a Shell convenience store sitting there, probably the first convenience store I've seen in over 100 miles. So that was kind of a lifesaver. I would have never made it this far without it. So if you're not sure where you're going, it's always a good idea to keep an extra jug of DEF in the truck. I normally do, but I didn't today. And even regardless of what because the Chevrolet only reads at 40%. You know, it just says DEF OK, which is the most, I'm a Chevy man through and through. Always have been. I probably always will be until they go electric. Then we'll see. But this whole 40% on the depth gauge, that's ridiculous. As far as I know, it's the only one that does that, and it is just the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. And since I had the depth injector had got some trash in it and stuck open back a few months ago, and I replaced it, and since then it was going through a tank of depth every 400 to 600 miles loaded. And since then it'll pop up and tell me when I have 40% left, but then it goes straight to, it'll sit there for a little while, and then it goes, instead of counting down 28, 27, 26, it'll go 30, 29, sometimes 28, and then it just pops up engine power reduced soon. So that's not good. What do you guys think about this scenery? It is gorgeous, but it is so freaking hot out here. Trying to keep the truck cool has been, you see the oversized load I'm following up there, and we hit these mountains and hills, and I was gonna pass him on the last one. I had a passing lane, but when I looked at my engine temperature, I was already running 219, and I didn't want to push that, so I just figured I'm not in that big a hurry. I'll just sit back here behind him. I downshifted another gear, and engine cooler came on down, and everything seemed to be cooled off and doing a good job now. But I think I've only got about 80 miles to go, and I'll be there. And I've already called them. They said that would work out better for them anyway, because they had a really busy morning. So that's going to work out. And I've been looking, I'm not sure, but I think I'm actually going to go try to get a room on Pismo Beach. I've never been there, but I personally have never heard of it. But there is a friend of mine that used to live out here, and he said, oh yeah, it's a place to go. So I hope that works out, where I can stay at least tonight, possibly tonight and tomorrow night, and just kind of have a look around and do a little exploring tomorrow, but we'll see. Still riding across 166 out here. It is such gorgeous country. This is one stretch of highway I've never been on before, and I was really nervous about coming this way because it looked real twisty and turny. And I'll tell you this, if you do come this way, make sure you got plenty of diesel and plenty of depth. I want to say it was like, take 58 to US, or not US, but State Highway 277, and take it across 166. It just, all the vineyards and just all the different, I can't remember what the name of that place was back there. I've been trying to look, but I was stressed out about the depth situation. I didn't really get a mental note of anything, didn't get a video of a lot of it either. But like I said, it's just been a lot of awesome scenery. North Fork Vineyard, river pasture. That's something I think would be cool, is to get out here and just, after you get unloaded, just ride around in the country out here, just see what all there is to see. I mean, I'm sure a lot of it looks like this right here, but it's nice. It is hot out here though. It's 101 degrees right now, and it was 104 earlier, I think. So it's definitely hot. Okay, I delivered here at Trailer Hitch RV. And there it is. I got it all opened up, checked in, no driver damage. All that looks good. I'm headed to Pismo. So here I am at Pismo Beach, and it is probably one of the most gorgeous beaches I've ever been on, with the exception of Hawaii. But the way the clouds kind of hung over the mountains in the background, and on the other end you had the sand dunes. At the other end it was absolutely gorgeous, and this pier was just amazing. I mean, it was just something to see. Definitely worth the trip. Definitely glad that I came out. But just a little bit out of my price range, I think. Well, I came down and to Pismo Beach and hung out for a little bit, a couple hours, and it's pretty awesome here, but everybody else thinks so too. The cheapest room that I could find was 3 blocks off the beach, and it was like $325, not including taxes and everything. That's a little bit more than I want to spend being off the beach. And the rooms out here on the beach, they got all the way up to like $900 a night. So that's out. So I guess I got to figuring I'm going to prepare a little better next time and head on back, try to grab another one. Maybe I'll do something better next time I come out. Anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.